but it's a bit of fun, is this spreadsheet. And what it does is it counts the number of ticks between two sets of odds. The business end of the sheet is just in this column here, these few cells. You put your lower odds in that one and your upper odds in that one, and that green cell tells you the difference between those two odds. And this part of the sheet here with these green columns shows you where that number of ticks appears. So once you put your yellow odds in there, your lower odds, that is copied into that cell there, and then the spreadsheet gets the increments out, the Betfair increments, and puts them in these green columns and numbers them. So that's, if that's 0, that increment there is 1, that one there is 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, right down to 100 over here. Now the idea is to put BSP odds in that yellow one, and then the odds that you bet at in the blue one, and then you can count the ticks between Betfair SP and your bet. And then you could, once you've got the answer there, or just as soon as you put those two odds in, you can look down on the chart and see where it appears. So there are one or two warnings here. If you put, I've got 2 and 202 in there. If you put something in the blue cell that's not an increment on Betfair, if I put 205 in there, 2.05 is not an increment in Betfair, you get a ridiculous number there in that green cell. So if you see a ridiculous number, or you get a load of NA or something down there, you've done something wrong in those two cells probably. So all you got to do is put something in that you think is an increment, 2.2 for instance, and it all lights up for you. You can put your odds in of 2.02, and there it is. Look, it lights that up against 202. So if I put 2.1 in, 2.1, it lights that up in green, and it tells me there's 5 increments between 2 and 210, which is this number here, that 5. Okay, so that's as simple as that. Now also, if you get while you're swapping your odds here, you might notice a red warning come up here. If you've got bigger odds in your yellow cell than in the blue cell, you get a red warning telling you that your yellow odds need to be smaller than your blue odds. So I'll stick some bigger ones in there, and I'll put 2.5 in, and you see we get a red warning. Look, your exchange bet odds at A9 need to be smaller than my bet odds at A10. So that needs to be smaller. The yellow one needs to be smaller than the blue one. So we'll just put that back, and that warning will disappear. So you may see that warning pop up while we're looking at this sheet further on. The white belt, green belt, blue belt, red belt, and black belt is just an indication of how well you're doing with your ticks that Betfair SP. So if you get more than 20 ticks better than BSP, you get out of the white belt area and into the green. 21 to 40 is green, 41 to 60 is blue, and then you get into the big stuff of red, 61 to 80, and black, 81 to 100. Now if you get bigger than 100, congratulations, you've beaten the chart. You're truly a black belt trader. Black belt bet odds trader, that is. This is all about bet odds. Okay, so that's the 100 ticks table. Up here you can fill in details of your personal best bet so far, and fill in these two cells here, and they will also light up down here. So if you've got a personal best of maybe that's your personal best of 5, put that in there, and that will light up number 5 in pink there. Look, if there's something already in it, will overwrite it. Maybe that's the number of ticks that you'll beat Betfair SP by, And if you happen to beat the highest matched odds in Betfair, you can stick that in there. Maybe you've got 2 ticks better than that. So you stick that in there and it'll light it up in blue for you. So you've got 2 references. You've got the pink one, which is how many ticks you've beaten BSP by, and the blue one, which tells you how many ticks you beat everybody else by. You beat the highest matched bet odds in Betfair for that runner. Now I've got some details of a horse here called Ballistic Boy, which I bet in Australia the other week on the 10th of January 2021. And Betfair SP was 5.5, so we'll stick that in there. And my bet odds were 8, and the highest matched bet for that race was 7.8. So if I put my bet odds of 8 in there in blue, we'll see how many ticks better than BSP my bet was. And there we are, look, it's 15. So put 15 in, drag it down there, you can see 15 is lit up. There it is, 8, odds of 8, 15 ticks. So I can fill that in, put 15 in there. And I know that 7.8, between 7.8 there in there now for the highest match bet in Betfair, and I knew that was only 1 tick, and there's 1 tick there, and it's lit up 1 there, look. So I can put 1 in there, and there I am. I've got my personal best information up there for next time. So then I can go ahead and maybe I bet something in another race at odds of 3, for instance. Sorry, at Betfair SP of 3, but maybe I got 4 for that one. That will count the ticks at 20. So that's wonderful stuff. I've improved my my personal best of ticks above BSP, so I can update the details in here and change that to a 20, and that lights up in pink down there. There, look, I'm almost into green belt territory there, and maybe that one didn't actually beat the highest rated, so I might just leave that at 1 there. So hope you get the idea. So the challenge is to work your way up the belts categories. Now you might, if you're anything like me, you'll know full well that you're a white belt trader at the moment. There's nothing to be ashamed of in that. Beating BSP is very difficult if you're just using normal bets. But if you use the betting method that I'm about to launch in a new spreadsheet, you'll be able to work your way up this table and enjoy what you see in this spreadsheet. So this spreadsheet will definitely bring a smile to your face if you start using it. Okay, thanks very much for listening, and good luck with getting plenty of ticks above BSP with your bets.